In this video, I will be demonstrating Gradebook setup for grade levels 9th through 12th. Once you have navigated to your PTPro Gradebook screen, be sure you are working in the Q1 term by selecting the drop-down arrow on the right side of the screen and then choosing Q1. You will then want to click on the white bar in the middle of the screen to see a list of all your assigned classes. You want to make sure you are sitting in the first course you will be working on setting up. The first step to setting up your gradebook is to activate or inactivate categories. You want to select A+ grading and then categories. The categories listed here are the ones pushed down by the district. You will want to select the Show Inactive box on the right-hand corner of the screen to show any categories that are currently inactive. Those with a check are the ones that are active, and those that are not are your current inactive. To activate or inactivate a category, select the pencil beside the category to open the edit box. To activate a category, you simply select Activate, or to make it inactive, select Inactive and click Save. As you can see, the category that you just made inactive no longer has the check mark. If you need to create a new category, you want to select the plus sign and then Categories. You want to make sure that you're in the Categories tab, and then you want to select all the classes for the categories to be used. Here you see a list of all your classes, and you can select the ones you want to attach the category to. You want to name the category, and for this presentation, I'm going to name it Handouts. Next, you want to select the color charm. You want to make sure you're using a color that is not already active. You can leave it active, make sure that button is checked, and in the description box, you can add a description of this category. Now you want to go to the Assignments Defaults tab, and here you want to make sure that Publish Assignment is selected. Usually it's immediately. Publish Scores is checked. Score type, you want to select points. Score entry points, you want to put in 100. And then you want to make sure Count in Traditional Final Grade is checked. Once this has been completed, you can save. When you are finished activating, inactivating, and creating categories, you should uncheck the Show Inactive to be only your active categories. The next step is to set up your traditional grade calculations. You want to navigate to Settings and then Traditional Grade Calculations. You have the choice of setting the calculation formula type as total points, where all assignments are calculated together and the grade is determined by the total points scored divided by total points possible. Or you can choose to set it as category weighting. To do this, you want to select the pencil beside the quarter term to open the edit box. Here, you will need to make sure that Calculate Overall Grades is checked. The type, you want to click the drop down and choose Category Weighting. In the Attribute column, you want to make sure you're choosing the category that you want to set. Here, we would choose Test, and then we want to add the weight. And the weight of our test, we will put 45. To add an additional category, click the plus sign, choose the drop down again, category weighting, your attribute, can stay as quiz, and then add your weight. You would do this for the remaining categories that you have set up in your category settings. Best practice is to be sure to create at least 2 assignments per category per term. If a category is used during the term but is included in the setup, PTPro will distribute that percent in the calculation to the other unused categories, but not equally. You want to make sure that this weight totals 100, and then you will click Save. Now that you have set up grade calculations for one term, you can copy this setup to the other quarters for the same course. Select the cogwheel and then copy traditional grade calculations. Here, you want to copy within a class. Then you want to select the drop down to say which class you want to copy from, which is the one you just set up. The reporting term you just set up, which was Q1, and it says calculating weighting. Then you want to select the class and the reporting term, which is Q2. You can uncheck recalculate final grades because you have no assignments set at this time. Then you will validate. Here, you just want to verify you want to copy from quarter 1 to quarter 2. The information in this box is not relative at this time. Click copy. Now that you have this copied from quarter 1 to quarter 2, you can see that the categories that you set in quarter 1 are now attached to quarter 2. You can click the exit box to exit. You can now take this one step further by copying the entire calculation to other classes. You want to choose the cogwheel again and then copy traditional grade calculations. And now we're going to copy it to another class. So you want to toggle that, and then you want to choose the term. If you have a semester class, you want to choose semester 1. If you have year long, you can choose your year long. For this purpose, we're going to choose semester 1. And then we're going to choose the class we want to transfer it from. So you're going to choose the class you just set up. You want to then go to class, choose semester 1 also, and then we're going to click the drop down and we're going to choose the classes you want to copy it to. Recalculate final grades, you're going to uncheck that again. Validate, we're going to verify once more that we're copying from quarter 1 to quarter 2, and then we're going to hit copy. Now you can see that you have copied your traditional grade calculations from quarter 1 to quarter 2 in all your quarter 1 and quarter 2 courses. You can also copy your setup from semester 1 courses to courses in semester 2 using the same process. You're going to choose another class, and the term, you're going to choose semester 1. You're going to choose the class that you set up, and this time, the term, you're going to choose semester 2. You're going to select your classes again, uncheck, recalculate final grades, and then validate. Quarter 1 to quarter 3, quarter 2 to quarter 4, and copy. Your semester 2 courses now have category weighting attached to quarters 3 and 4. You have now copied grade calculations to all courses in your gradebook. The next area you want to address is the display. You want to select settings, and display settings. Here, you will choose how your gradebook will appear. Display and sorting should be period by day. You should have show traditional grades checked. Values to show in the traditional grade column should be grade and percent. You need to have show standards on assignments. You need to have new assignments start unchecked for auto calculate assignment standard scores. And you also should have your display set as last first. You can choose to sort students in your gradebook by last name or simply click the drop down. You can do it by first, grade level, then last name, grade level, then first name. Once you have made the updates, you will click Save. And now the display of your gradebook screens are set. This concludes the demonstration on gradebook setup for grade levels 9th through 12th.